Personal data is a commodity to tech companies because it can be bought and sold. It's something that's often called surveillance capitalism. We don't know where our data is a lot of the time, and it's often intentionally hidden from us or obscured by governments and agencies and technology companies. I think ever more it's become important, particularly when there are marginalised people where that information might be used against them. Privacy by design was a concept that was first formulated in 1995 by Edward Snowden, who was the Information and Privacy Commissioner of Ontario at the time. And this really aimed to put the user and their privacy first. And so rather than putting it later on in the design as kind of an add-on, privacy was really at the beginning of a design's conception. The principles of privacy by design, there's 7 of them, really aim to encourage companies to put privacy first. Although the principles were published in 2009, it wasn't until whistleblower Edward Snowden revealed in 2013 that the NSA, together with a number of governments and telecommunication companies, had been sharing personal data that the public really became concerned. So around that time we start to see a number of critical projects by artists and designers who take on some of those issues around surveillance, the erosion of our data rights, and see how we might want to push back. The Off-Pocket, created by Adam Harvey and Julia Bloomfield in 2011, mimics a Faraday cage in that it blocks any electrical signal from getting to your phone. It's made from a metallized fibre that you put your phone in, and it would block Wi-Fi signals, which meant that no one could make contact with your phone. Another project that engages with our concerns with data privacy is the Cyborg Un Plug, which was created in 2014 by Julian Oliver and Stop the Cyborgs. And what it does is it looks for unfriendly Wi-Fi infrastructures and signals and blocks them on site. As an example of more commercially available privacy-first design, there's also the Cryptophone, which has its own Cryptophone operating system. Though it's more widely used by governments and military agencies, it's also used by business professionals and private citizens as well, though it's only really effective with its end-to-end encryption if both users have the Cryptophone. The Punkt phone was created in 2015 by Pet and Ebby with the product design by Jasper Morrison, and it really is a simple phone. It only has 3 features, which means you can make calls, you can send and receive texts, and it puts privacy first by being encrypted, and all the security features are just packaged into the back end of the phone. The Onion Pi is a device that was created in 2015 by Adafruit Industries, and it allows you to be anonymous and secure on the internet. It uses a Tor network, which stops you from seeing where you're coming from and where you're going. We've seen a number of projects that have gone beyond the initial principles of privacy by design into a more privacy-first approach. One of these is Euki.
So Euki is a privacy-first period app. It is a comprehensive sexual and reproductive health smartphone application that was designed for anyone who wants to track what's going on with their body and who needs access to information about sexual and reproductive health. Euki is a product that was created by researchers in collaboration with an activist group called Women Help Women. And we created Euki in response to what we heard from people who we were talking to about what they needed to help live their lives and understand their bodies. Euki is a nonprofit product. It is free, it is available on the iTunes and the Google Play Store, and it always will be free to anyone who wants to use it. We aren't constrained by the same kinds of factors that, a for-profit company would be. And so we were able to listen to what people were telling us. And what they told us was that they didn't want to have to give their data away to a company just to be able to track what's going on with their bodies. And so we built that into the very core of Euki. Euki does not have a back end. And what that means is there's no cloud, there's no information that goes anywhere. Anything that a user enters or tracks in the app is right there on their phone and nowhere else. The story of the impact of Euki is in some ways really tied to the story of abortion rights in the United States. When Euki launched in 2019, I want to be very clear that there were many, many abortion restrictions in place across the country. Euki has comprehensive information about access to abortion, resources that people can avail themselves of to help them connect to abortion services. They have all of that information there on their phone. I do really hope that people can take the opportunity as they're engaging with Euki to learn a bit about sort of digital privacy 101. It's not something that we're used to thinking about. We download an app onto our phone, because it's something that we need. But the exchange of our information for the use of that product is sort of it's a contract that we make with the companies that produce them. But when it's your health data, and when those data have been and will continue to be increasingly weaponized against communities of color especially, and other historically marginalized communities, we know that we have to be able to fight back, that you do not have to enter into a contract with a company who you don't know and don't trust in order to track what's going on with your body and have access to reliable information is just increasingly important in this very scary moment.